All right, welcome back inside the show, folks. Welcome back inside the show. Edge 105 FM. You know, a gentleman is here in the studio with us, and I like when people dare to be different. Yeah, and this gentleman has changed the game of how we view music, interpret music, and sell, music, and I like that. Speaking none other than a trailblazer, but then I know the surname, but when I hear the Christian name now, I mean, oh, come on, wait, that's the same name. He's a trailblazer in the music industry, man, and of course, I wouldn't want to use it. He changes the game. He changes the game as how we look at music, and I think he's doing exceptionally well. He would have opened the eyes of many of how we view music, look at music, and so much so, he has written a book, Reggae by the Numbers. By the numbers, because he's dealing with the numbers. And I love the cover of the book. Love the cover of the book, man. Well, you see the third table and the... Yeah.
That's not yours, isn't it? You just keep it.
No, me no. Careful. Yeah. No, this is nice. This is mostly. J.R. Watkis is in the building, man. Yeah.
Burger man.
Donovan Watkis. I never know I say your name. Donovan Watkis.
Let me tell you something. My father listened to you.
Yeah.
You know when I used to listen to Alan and Dorian back in the days?
Yeah, go too far, though.
That's all my father.
So
No, I'm just letting you know. He's probably listening to you right now.
Yeah. Big up your father, though.
My same name.
Yeah, Mr. Watkins, but...
My same name, the exact name. That's why my name JR.
JR Watkins. Yeah. Junior Watkins.
Junior, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When I saw the Donovan, it started to throw me off a little bit.
Yeah, man, it's a 1960s name. That get handed down in the 80s. Yeah. But it stopped right, that's all.
Right. No, you're not passing it up to your son.
No, my son have different names.
Okay.
My sons have different names.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you, Burger. You just land. You look cool and like you just step off of the plane like Richie Spice.
I look tired, man.
You jet lag?
Yeah. I didn't sleep because I went to a club, Blue Martini, Galleria Mall. So if you're that side off Sunrise,
yeah, I know where Galleria Mall
is. The Galleria Mall, you need to check out the Blue Martini, man.
Wow, that's on the near to the coast.
Same place on the Galleria Mall.
Yeah. I know where it's on the east side.
Like down where the beach is down the road, straight down. Yeah, but I'm telling you, there's a band in there. Visions band every Sunday night.
Playing reggae.
Oh, you know.
Nice.
Yo, I tell you the youth named Marlon, the band leader, and I'm telling you, the sets are very tight.
And Galleria Mall is very sophisticated.
It is.
Yeah.
Posh.
You have to have money for go over there. They have an Apple store over there too.
Really?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
You know, I've never been in the mall, but I've been in the club.
No, the mall
repeatedly.
Nice. Mall nice.
And guess who I come at the club this weekend?
Who?
Stone Love.
Nice. And this weekend is a big weekend for reggae in Florida. Budge Banton.
Idonia too.
Idonia. Shensia is in Washington.
Okay.
Barris Hammond is in Fort Lauderdale as well. For 2 nights. 24.
And September. New York. I know New York because Oral Trace is supposed to be in New York. Wally Party. Valiant is going to be at Roy Wilkins Park as well.
There's a reemergence, you know. There's a reclaiming and there's excitement around dancehall music now because the artists are making space. Streaming, as this book unfold, is about taking niche music genres and making it global. And none is capitalizing more than dancehall. Arab music is also capitalizing, but insofar as Jamaica is concerned, all the artists are on the road.
When Mr. Miller would have been doing his thing, interviewing the artists, but you change the game. I didn't know where that come from, and you speak with a level of eloquence, knowledge, and like you just come and attack. You put some homework in a way I do.
It started from I was a child, because I used to collect music. Up until 2006, 7, I had a tower of thousands of CDs. I used to buy CDs every single week. In college, I bought CDs every week. If I had a girlfriend, she knew I needed CDs for my birthday. I had every single rap CD ever. Rap music was my type of music, so I used to read the Source magazine, the Vibe, all of those magazines. And I would have studied all of that in my teen.
So why never turn a DJ? Because if man buy so much CD back then, they would either turn an artist or a DJ with a scratch.
You know why? Because I've always been interested in the business of music.
Wow.
The part of the music always interested me. So my favorite artists were Jay-Z, but Jay-Z's manager, Dame Dash, he was the one that would inspire me because he was always focused on how to set up the tour, how to set up the magazine shoot, how to make sure Jay-Z's on a platform. Because when Jay-Z started, he couldn't perform. Dame Dash was in the video playing music and dancing to make Jay-Z elevate his brand. So I used to study Dame Dash, but I also used to study how the music sells. And I was wondering, how come reggae and dancehall don't have publications that track how it's sold? If you wanted to know who have a big tune, the only way to know is when them say bow bow bow.
Yeah.
You cannot track and see who was number one except on the airplay. So a radio will have an airplay chart. Richie B had a chart, Barry G had a chart, everybody had a chart, but you didn't have a chart with accurate numbers.
Stay right there, so because I myself realized that the charts, some of them not authentic. It's like you can almost feel say a man buy out a spot on that chart there. You know what I mean?
And it's probably still happening now because you can elevate your streaming, but what you do have now is you have numbers.
Yeah.
And I saw streaming coming 2017. From 2015 on, streaming was coming. When YouTube entered Jamaica, we started to see how music was being consumed because even now, YouTube is the number one way people consume music. If I was around in the 60s and 70s with this same mindset, we would have had a trade publication like World Music Views where you can go on a website and see which song was number one each week. But we don't have that. The X News was doing a thing. You can't find X News. There's no digital publication for
it's
X
defunct,
News.
yeah.
You know, I wish I could have found that. I would have buy those archives to put on World Music Views. But Jamaica's music is not properly documented, and that's really it. Because without documentation, you can't fight for copyrights. You can't fight for legislation to value intellectual property. And that's why reggae music makes hundreds of millions of dollars globally, but only a fraction of that money comes home. Because the people who can measure it and value it, they just put it on a plane and it goes.
But that's the same thing that Buju Banton was complaining about in recent times. So, him have all film song, and if him forget him song, him have to go to a boy over at Spotify or them place there.
But Buju, I rate Buju. Buju is my absolute favorite artist of all time. But Buju should remember that reggae never did a sell. Buju just went gold recently. It was the 25th anniversary of Till Shiloh that gave him a gold record in the US. And a lot of that came from streaming. He got gold in Canada likewise for the song Champion. Me all I walk like a champion.
Talk like, yeah.
Big tune that, right?
Yeah, man.
But that song just sold 40,000 in Canada.
And that's like 30 odd years ago.
Yeah, and it's because of streaming. Buju's gonna get more songs certified now.
From the tour, yeah.
Yes, because of streaming. Now, the only way, the discrepancy between Buju's streaming and his personal earnings will be dependent on the deals that he had for those songs.
Explain for our listeners, because some people hear the word streaming, I don't understand, because some persons might be used to download. What then really is streaming at that where you add this monetization aspect to it? What is really streaming?
So you have digital streaming platforms. Some are driven by advertisements, meaning if you go on it to play music, you have to listen to 2 advertisements. Others, you hear no ads, but you have to pay $9. So out of that $9 that you pay, $3 go to record labels for what's called the master recording, which is the recording of the song. And I'm just using figures, $3 out of that. Another $3 go to the publishing companies. So 2 rights holders, the sound rights holders and the publishing rights holders. Those two get $6 out of the $9, and the streaming company take $3 for themselves. Now, you as the artist, you don't get paid directly from the streaming company, because the streaming company has no deal with you. They have deals with the rights holders that you made a deal with, which every artist have them publishing or they record with a record label.
But it would be different for Vybz Kartel because he owns his publishing.
In Kartel's case. Which is a very rare case.
Yeah, really?
For him to be at the zenith of his career, he's at his most popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
And being an independent artist, it's not usual. Usually when an artist is independent, they either just come or them career done. When an artist is at the top of their careers, they usually sign with a label. Shaggy, Sean Paul, Buju.
Spice. She just lamented the fact that she's happy to get out of a deal.
And she got out of that deal before she released her first album, meaning she dropped the first album and she was out. But she was really in a 10-year deal. So all the time when she dropped Some Me Like It, all of those songs, she was in a record deal doing nothing. She's not dropping any albums because the label waiting. Because the label is the rights holder. Doesn't matter who the artist is for the streaming. Because I'm explaining streaming to you. Doesn't matter who the artist is. They just want to know who owned the song. And whoever owns the song, they get paid. Now for Buju will make more money from tune like Driver. Because Buju released that on Gargamel Music. And the follow-up album to that, which was Rasta Got Soul. And the follow-up album to that, which was Before the Dawn. Those three were on the Gargamel Music. And he said it in the interview on Drink Champs that he made more money and he was his own boss when he was independent. But now Buju is signed. So, stream whatever.
In recent times, or before, he was already
He was signed years ago to Mercury and Polygram. But then he went independent. Till Shiloh was on Island Records. That album is on Island now. But he's back at Island. Well, Universal umbrella through Def Jam and Rock Nation. And if he was independent, especially now where his popularity in the US is so high, there's a big chance that he could come up on a bigger payday for streaming. But the music he's releasing is under a label situation. And I don't know the exact deal, but I think he would be speaking a different language. Like the language Vybz Kartel keeps saying in making money from his music. Because the independent artist, the popular independent artist who sells music naturally makes more money than the popular signed artist.
I think I'm seeing something. I don't know if it's fallacy or rumor or what. Like Vybz, US has about $4 million for Vybz Kartel.
US has 4 million? What do you mean? Who? Oh, for his show?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much he got for the show, but he's in a position to command a hefty sum because he could fill the National Stadium at a high ticket price. So he's in that position. Vybz Kartel created a nation.
Now, we're in, over there, August.
Yeah.
That December, and you're talking about 6 months down the road.
Mm-hmm.
You think he will hold that popularity and the hype until then, that people will go premium? Is it too of a long wait?
He held it for 13 years behind bars. What are you saying?
Yeah.
He held the popularity when he wasn't out.
Yeah.
I wonder if you understand how crazy that is. You're not on the road and no one surpassed your level of fame. He sold gold. None of his counterparts. None. Nobody were boss with Vybz Kartel in the 2002. Or let's say 05.
And even like a popcorn where Drake take up.
Popcorn don't sell gold yet for no song in
and
the year.
And Drake took a popcorn tour with Popcorn.
I think he sold one collab, but Popcorn does not have a single solo single gold in the US. He has several silver certifications in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But Kartel is doing all of this independently. Nobody. And then you have to give...
Which means that the whole lot of money have come to him, Kartel.
And the producers, because it is several rights holders. Music is a collaborative effort. So whoever produced the song, I don't think nobody write him song because he's witty like that. But whoever, the rights holders of those songs, they get paid for those songs.
Let's explain something to the listeners now. The business of music, the producer. I know we're going through the book and all of this, where JR is telling you about. You have to buy the book.
Get the book. Get the book.
Read the book. Read the book. The man writing book.
What's the name of the book? Reggae by the Numbers. All you need to know.
Where is that book?
It's on Amazon right now. Just type in Reggae by the Numbers. It will pop right up first thing at the top. Or even Google Reggae by the Numbers. No, you get every copy. Hardcover, Kindle, paperback. Every copy is on.
I don't have
an Audible. There will be an Audible version.
Paperback. I have no clue what
Kindle is digital.
Okay. You see it?
So you can read it on your phone.
I'm Stone Age. What is the cost of the book, may I ask?
What's the cost of it? I don't know. Like, depends. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get it in 2 days in Jamaica. The cost of the book is between $15 and $50, depending on the one you get.
From the site?
Yeah, different. I think the Kindle version is for $2.99 because I made that very cheap. Mm-hmm. So for anybody that wants to just read it on the phone, but the print versions will cost more.
What is in that book that the artists, the producers, and everybody in the music industry need to know?
Reggae is mainstream. A lot of people keep saying reggae don't sell and reggae don't make money. That's not true.
That's a lie.
Reggae makes hundreds of millions of dollars, and if you're not making it, someone else is. So the book dissects how reggae operates in mainstream. Drake, Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, they have diamond selling songs that are dancehall songs.
Where just
I Need a One Dance, Drake and Wizkid, diamond. Ed Sheeran.
Not gold you're talking about.
Not gold. 10 million records. 10 million records.
Let's start.
And this is in the past couple
Give me the music hierarchy. You have gold, platinum.
You have silver in the UK.
Silver.
Which is 200,000.
Then gold.
Gold in the UK is 400,000. Platinum in the UK is 600,000. And you got double platinum versions of that, multiples of that. In the US, you only have gold, which is 500,000. Platinum, which is 1 million units in streams and sales. And then you have diamond, which is 10 million records sold.
Wow.
No Jamaican to date has sold diamond for a solo studio album.
Not even Bob Marley.
Bob Marley has a compilation that sold diamond, which is Legend. That's a compilation album.
Right.
But a studio album, no Jamaican has sold diamond yet. Shaggy's Hot Shot is closely up there with 8 million and counting.
Wow.
But that album sold 12 million worldwide. Sean Paul's Dirty Rock is 3 million, which is 3 times platinum. And you have some other albums there that went, like Maxi Priest and Ziggy Marley went platinum, Conscious Reggae, Conscious Party. A couple other albums went platinum.
I tell you, them all is a send for your foreign.
Yeah, a foreign in the diaspora.
Mm.
But the music business is not Jamaica and the diaspora. The music business is global. So that's why the people who make big records, like I was mentioning, Drake and Wizkid and Ed Sheeran, they make music for the world. If you just make music for the Jamaica and the New York, Miami, UK, it's going to be hard to break into different places. And when you go on tour, you'll only be able to tour in certain places. Several artists experiencing that now because it's very few artists who are known in Hawaii, in some middle parts of America.
Hence, that's why Sean Paul of them all, I believe.
Yeah.
He does a lot of collabs, crazy collabs with some artists that we wouldn't hear about so much, so we'll probably never know them songs again.
That's one way.
Very strategic.
That's one way, but Sean Paul just the other day is the first Sean Paul went on a tour, as in Sean Paul on tour, headlining the concert. Sean Paul mostly do spot dates, so he'll do big festivals. And one of the things that I was talking to his manager about it, how creating that hard ticket doesn't come from doing festivals. It comes from doing city to city, state to state. What Buju Banton doing shows by himself, headlining by himself and making history by himself. That's how you build a hard ticket, both for the young art act and the big act. If you notice, Beyonce don't go on your festival. It is Beyonce. Adele's not on your festival. She's at Adele's show because they build brands.
Katy Perry right now.
on their own thing.
Yeah, and she's in England, the bomb threat and all of that.
Yeah.
But she's packing like 90,000.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, I'm sorry. Yeah. And she's packing like 90,000 in a stadium. That's crazy, yeah.
But as for Sean Paul has been all over the world, do tours, as in do dates. But I think recently is one of his first times going out on a solo tour. And it's an example of how artists should really, as you said, bust a yard and bust abroad. Because it's best to do a small venue for a year and build an audience so that next year you have a bigger space.
All right. I see one of my listeners in twitching. So it's like, he want to ask me a question or he want to get into the conversation. He is, you know, the Donna's change of restaurants in Florida.
Donna's, yes, in Miramar. Them sell nice oxtail. My mother always go there.
Them all over the place.
Big up my mother if she's listening.
Okay.
Janet Watkis. No, she changed her name.
All right. So from you emerge on the scene with all of this information.
I not emerging a long time ago, from 1984.
Making the world know about your content.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
And so much so, the way you think your presentation is good and the show is good, you have to sit and listen. You are the authority of music.
Thank you.
I give you that.
World Music Views is. I defer to World Music Views.
Which is Jar Watkis' brainchild and creation.
Yes, I'm the founder of World Music.
Yeah, man. So 6 of one, half does the other. If you don't want to take the praise.
But it's really the people, you know. I have to give thanks for all the artists, managers, labels, etc. that open up their information to me. I'm just curious.
But no, you open up them eyes. Because I see you speak with a level of authority that, and when people start paying more attention, I see when you dissect the information, you break it down, and you say, I mean, you're Anthony, you're chatting, and you say, listen me, Anthony, don't watch this, don't watch that. Something brilliant you did, and I say, yeah, man, you caught them. When you see people have so much followers on them social media platforms, and when it come down to the sale of the music, it didn't match.
Because it's two different things. You have vanity metrics and you have real fans. You can have a lot of followers and observers, but little supporters. And I like to call them customers. A lot of people are just there to look how hot you are. To just look fast.
Or get caught up in some other hype.
Pasa.
Yes.
But you have what are called super fans. And the super fans are those who will buy this book. Super fans are those who will buy your book as an artist. Super fans are who book Burger Man to come and perform and see you. And you could put on a show and they show up. A lot of people are listening to the radio who will never show up. They're just listeners. And it's the same thing online. And online it's more magnified because you can have 5-10 million followers and really have 100 fans. And reggae proving that every week, because for the last 8 years or so, no artist has been able to sell more than 7,000 copies of an album first week. And 7,000, I'm being generous. It's usually 2,000, 3,000. Very few of them. Massacre sold 7,000 all time, but he did something like 3,000 something the first week, or 4,000. A couple of the artists did like 4,000. The max it has been is 7,000.
Is there enough education into the whole digital space, the Spotify? Because let me be very frank with you. I might be on radio, but I don't think I've ever play something from Spotify. I've never bought a music digitally before. Is there enough education into that area? Because I am on radio and people will assume me know about all the digital platforms, and I don't. I really don't. If I download something, if I'm saying if it's not in front of me, and most of the download sites are blocked, so therefore you have to buy. And I've never go onto a site and register and buy music? I don't know. Do we need education? What we need?
So Jamaica was not known to buy music, as I was saying. The bootleg man in Alpha Tree probably made more money. It's true.
Than the artist.
For real. You should check the bootleg man if he's not a millionaire. I saw Nipsey Hussle's brother saying that he made millions of dollars bootlegging in California. And it sparked in my mind that, you know, the man in Alpha Tree used to sell $500 CDs. And you know how many he sold? And he didn't record one song.
Yeah.
And he would have been selling more than Derek Harriott and Music Mart.
Yeah, for real.
So that man make more money than the record store and just he was on the street side. Now transfer that now to streaming. The majority of music in Jamaica is consumed on YouTube for free. We're a Christian country, and Kevin Downswell is the only gospel artist on the Apple Music chart. Because the Christians, them, I don't want to go there, but they're listening to music for free. They're not downloading Apple and listening to Sister Scully.
But Jermaine Edwards is doing incredible.
But he's not on the Apple Music chart.
But I know, like, the song Beautiful Day has made him...
That's a good song. You know, my son listens to that song religiously.
Yep, no, but...
It's a very nice song.
That song, it is doing extremely well. I mean,
but I'm talking week to week Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
Week to week Apple Music is chopper gospel on the charts, not gospel. And for a Christian country like Jamaica, we should register a nice amount of gospel songs on the chart. And I'm charging the Christians now to increase their music consumption so that their artists get revenue and get built in the Lord.
But, you know, it's funny enough, everybody are running a music. And I like one time now, when you come some boom, and you pay how much money for record the song, mix it, and then go market it, go do marketing to get it out. It's a rough journey. And then the question now lends itself, how you gonna make back your money?
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody, we not go physically go buy a CD anymore or buy a record anymore. And people just wait for it to download. They more fire a download side, just download for free.
So that's the ancient question that a lot of people don't know. Where is the money in music? This book answers that question. It answers very clearly where the money is. So you have to get the book to know that. But I'll say this. Catalogs are where you make money in music. The people who own catalogs, Buju Banton, catalogs. 30 years of strangest feeling he's touring with that forever. Vibes Cartel.
Sizzler too.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Taurus Riley. Catalog. These are people that...
So warm to a man like Barris Aman.
Catalog.
No, I mean, no, but look at Uncle Barris, who is so loved. But again, you answered me earlier. You say the music stay in the diaspora.
Barris is a diaspora artist. Barris had about a 2-year window to be an international act. You remember when he dropped "The Fall for One of Them Sweet Lies"? That was like his setup to get into hip hop. Because if you look back at that video, Barris kind of looked like one of those rappers. The video was shot in New York with the backdrop, and you know, it was very urban. And then he had another song with Wyclef, "There She Goes Again, Dance for Me, Dance." Wyclef added a little Latin flavor, the guitar and that. So Barris had that, but Barris's core audience, which he will do until he dies, I heard him say I'm not gonna do it much more at some fest, is the diaspora. He's also inspiring to a lot of pop artists as well. I saw Flo Rida saying, you know, Barris is one of his favorite artists. But you have a lot of artists like that who are diaspora artists. Artists who pop and keep popping are very rare in reggae music.
But why then a person like Grayson Spice, who would even the exposure into the American market from the show Hip Hop, what's that name?
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop, sorry. Why then even that don't help, or has it helped to propel the music into a different art.
So let me address it. So a writer did a review for Spice's album on World Music Views, and the review said the album didn't push the needle.
Yeah.
And by not pushing the needle, it really means there aren't any hit songs on the album. Now, this is a writer's opinion. As for my opinion, I don't think there's a hit song on the album.
And the one song they really know, the Go Down.
You know which song I love? No, that's the new album. Go Down, that was on 10. This new album, Mirror 25.
Right.
I listened to the album, and the standout track for me on the album, or tracks, is the posse cut with Jada Kingdom and Pampute. Mm-hmm. I thought she should have released that song as the first single from the album, because the three women look good. They're singing good. They're DJing back and forth. So it would be something new and fresh to show dancehall unity and send a message. Now, that wasn't the promo. The promo was 2085T, and she chose her direction. That's on her. However, from where I sit and looking at the music industry, a lot of the music being made is for a local audience. It's for a core base. Mm-hmm. It's not for people who are gonna turn their heads and like, who that?
So
who's that doing that brilliant song?
Yeah, a man like you know, and you have the information.
Mm-hmm.
Them not come to you, or them still a walk blind. Them not come to you and sit down and say,
some people come to me.
Expertise.
Some people do come to me.
I don't take this thing for sure. Them not take it serious.
So art is sensitive about them working out, meaning whatever they believe is right, they're gonna bet on themselves.
I don't like that thought. But if you, the music has changed,
mm-hmm.
and a CD we are buying cassette and record,
mm-hmm.
it's digital, and you have a mastery
mm-hmm.
of that foundation.
I'm not a master yet, right?
No, but
I learned the thing I do every day.
Come on, Jia.
Where I win is that I study this every single day.
And you're spot on with your numbers.
I'm a student,
numbers
not a master. I'm a student, not a master. I remain a student, because the minute you master this game, you're done. A lot of people think they're masters. The people who keep saying, I've been in this game for 30 years, they're done. It's only the people who are new every single day, studying every cellular activity in music industry, who you see make progress. Because it requires that kind of effort, because it's changing. It's
right,
technology
one of
running.
the listeners have a concern or a question. Let me just check.
Yep, go.
Berg, I have a question for Mr. Junior.
Florida.
If our music is so popular, as you're saying, because you said reggae music is making millions out there, why is it so hard for us to go mainstream? Because we have big artists in the community like Beres and a few others we can name, who still not mainstream all these years. Why is it so hard for us to go mainstream if our music is so popular like we're saying? Or is reggae music dead like some people are saying in some quarters?
That's a brilliant question, and I answer that in this book.
Shaga, go get the book.
Shaga, get the book. The reason is organization. To do anything in this world, you need organization. It's not your friend and company going to get you there. Just like Justin Bieber, he had uploaded his song online, just like most reggae artists do or dancehall artists do. But he got the gas in his back when he signed to Usher. And Usher helped him to design his thing. You need people who are thoughtful, and you also need investment. A big part of why reggae is not being pushed, as in the brand Jamaica reggae, because reggae is being pushed in France, reggae is being pushed in California, reggae is being pushed in
not by us.
South America.
Other people have studied the culture,
yes,
and are making millions.
The biggest reggae song ever in the world.
Buying rights, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Them have that lot.
Not really. That's not how the Grammys work. And the Grammys, I explain the Grammys in this book as well. The Grammys is a voting system. Again, organization.
Niger staff normally talks about it.
Niger staff don't know one thing. Okay?
God.
Niger staff proclaims
Edge 105.1 and 105.3 FM. Your life, your music. The Edge!
You know me never there today.
No, him call me name all the time, and act like him know everything. He's the kumbaya guy, and he's known this, and he can do this and do that and do that. He knows what he knows, but he doesn't know everything, and he thinks he knows everything. But I don't want to talk about Nigel stuff because he's not important to me, and he's not important to what music is and where music going now. Respect him for what he has done. Good for him.
You've heard it on the Burger Man show, folks. Part 2,
Where music is, in terms of the Grammys, it's a voting system. We need more people to register and become Grammy voters. Only 6% of Grammy voters are related to reggae music. Very small number. So those people are going to vote along their interests. If you drop an album, Burger, everybody that perform on the album, sing on the album, produce on the album, even the cover guy should be a registered voter. Not many people are, especially for dancehall. The reason dancehall albums aren't represented in the Grammy much is because very few dancehall artists are signed up and their team. If they did, it would have changed the game. So it's not say, oh, the Marleys is they know and all of that. The Marleys do what benefit them. Of course, you put out an album, you're gonna want to vote for yourself. But it's not just one set of people can do it. And in truth, whenever the Marleys put up an album, in many instances, they deserve it. Because they put out good music.
But nobody out there don't know it. Half of the time we get to them win Grammy, we don't even know what.
But the Grammy is not an out here award. The Grammy is an American award.
Same thing you talk about. In the book. What's the name of the book?
Reggae by the Numbers.
Reggae by the Numbers.
All you need to know. And I have an endorsement on the back from Shaggy saying, anything you want to know about analytics and music. I've never met anyone more enthusiastic about the business of music, technology, and sales than this guy. I guess he was talking about.
That's what I just said.
He's one of. I should put your words on the back. So yeah, it covers a bunch of stuff about reggae and mainstream. Reggae Marketing 101, the business of Bob Marley, because that's a different kind of business. So you're not going on tour with the book? You're not going on the book tour? I am going on tour with the book. I'm going to go on into some schools. You should have come with me the other day, man. I was in Connecticut, man. You talk about 8,000 to 10,000 Bring me when you go next time. I'm there.
You should have come with me, man.
I'm there.
You should have come at Connecticut.
But I definitely want to do that.
That was a huge concert with Motto and Charlie Blacks and more, you know?
Nice.
Folks, get the book. Give it the platforms again.
Amazon. Just type it, Google it, Reggae by the Numbers, it will pop up. And if you want copies, just reach out to me, J.R. Watkis, on all social media, and I'll get you a copy.
Book him up, folks. I want some of my listeners, like Shagga and the man who know the music and know the thing.
Shagga, big up.
Yeah, man, he's in Florida.
Big up, Shagga.
By the Numbers. Let's say it together, JR. Ready?
Reggae by the Numbers. All you should know.
Get the book, folks. Go on his website, JR Watkis. Yes, go on his website. All streaming platforms you can find JR.
The website is worldmusicviews.com.
Oh.
Worldmusicviews.com, the premier place for music and music business in the world.
Worldmusicviews.com. Worldmusicviews.com. Go on the site. Same.
Yeah, man.
So or they can probably look you up on social media.
Yeah, and you can get the book on the worldmusicviews.com too.
All right. Come on, folks. Let's support JR. You know him, I say. And look here. We can learn something and propel the music. JR, respect my virgin.
Big up, Burger Man.
It's an honor having you.
It's my pleasure,
it's an honor having you passing through the edge, man. You know, I learned a lot, and I could go. We're talking for 45 minutes now.
Sure, I never realized time gone.
Look at the clock. 45 minutes. You ever do anything for so long yet? No, not even about
unless I'm me, I do it.
All right. Big up yourself, sir.
To the Edge 105.1 and